All right, well, this is Sean Perry with VintageRock.com. We're here with a very special individual, Mr. Sam Ash of Sam Ash Music Stores.
Call me Sammy.
Sammy, okay. And tell me a little about the Sam Ash stores. I mean, you guys have been around for how many years?
1924, this is our 93rd year. I'm third generation. Somewhere in that room over there is some of the fourth generation. Still 100% family owned, operated. On the road maybe 5 months out of the year. But, you know, rock and roll, man. I love it. I absolutely love it.
How many stores you have?
Today, 46.
46.
In 2 months from now, 3 months from now, probably 47.
Okay.
Working on a couple.
So you're growing?
We're growing. Oh, yeah. I got hungry mouths I got to feed.
Yeah. So what brings you to the Hall of Heavy Metal?
One of the better honors I've ever been given.
Right.
I mean, I know these guys from when they were kids,
right.
You know, and to be on the same stage with them, please. I'm always been a backstage kind of guy.
Right.
In fact, I used to roadie my brother's gear back when I was a kid.
Okay.
But to be up there with them, the recognition of that's fantastic.
You guys started out in New York, is that correct?
Brooklyn,
okay.
not New York.
Not New York City, but Brooklyn, okay.
Where America started.
I've actually been to that Brooklyn store.
That's
how many stores you got in Brooklyn?
just the
Okay, I've been to that store, yeah.
one in Nassau, one in Suffolk, one in Brooklyn, one in Queens, one in Manhattan, so on and so forth. So
cool.
we do the neighborhoods.
Okay, well now, like I said, we're here at the Hall of Heavy Metal. Are you a big heavy metal fan?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I was just talking to somebody earlier. It's been 50 years since Led Zeppelin put out their first album. I don't know if they're a heavy metal band, but they're certainly one of the first influences of heavy metal. So heavy metal has been around for more or less 50 years. Can you believe that?
Before it was called heavy metal.
Right.
Then it was just called loud music. Seriously, I mean, Blue Cheer, one of the loudest bands of all time. It wasn't called heavy metal. Wow, man, those guys are loud.
Right.
That was what we were, loud music. And then over the years, the names heavy metal, speed metal, all of that, just focusing down to heavy metal really covers it.
Right.
Why
do you think it's been going for so long? I mean, it's as strong as ever. What do you attribute that to?
It's playable. That's really what it comes down. All this techno and all that is great if you've got that mind for it. We have a lot of techno customers. But this type of music, heavy metal music, is playable. I'm not saying great, but it's playable music. You can actually get in there and learn a lot of these songs. Go online and learn them. And yeah, there's a lot of intricate work on there, but at the same time, there's just a lot of good rock and roll power chord stuff that if a kid wants to sound powerful, he could get an AC/DC record in half an hour, learn a song by learning 4 chords in the proper position, and you sound awesome. You, a guitar and an amplifier, you can have a blast.
Right. So when the heavy metal guys are in town, do they come to your store?
I would like to think that a fair share do, yeah, I do.
Who's been in there that you know of? Of note?
They all have kind of. These days, Satch and Vi from Long Island, we do stuff with them. I wouldn't say that they're regular customers, but they started out with us. And who's lately coming into the stores? We're getting a flood. Victor Wooten's been around a lot, one of the great bass players. I'm doing work with John Petrucci in our stores, another Long Island boy. So Long Island's got its serious heavy metal roots.
Right. Who's your favorite heavy metal band? Do you have one?
Favorite? Oh, I gotta go. Favorite guitar player, Jeff Beck. Favorite rock band? Okay, Zeppelin is going to be in there. Floyd is going to be in there. I'm just one of those latent Beatle fans. I'm into more power chords than finesse, I guess. I don't know what it is. Maybe that's all I can play.
Okay. And they're giving you an award here tonight, correct? Yeah.
They're giving me an award here because of history, not because of my playability, and I appreciate that because as a guitar player, I suck. But I've been doing this a really long time.
Cool. Well, Sammy, nice. Thanks for talking to us. VintageRock.com here with Sammy Ash of Sam Ash Stores here at the Hall of Heavy Metal history.
But that being said, growing up, it didn't matter because Sam Ash was always like the coolest store to visit. I would go in there all the time and just look at the instruments and look at the equipment and think about how cool it would be if I could actually play it. And I would hang out there and like look around and see who was playing. And back in the day in New York, I'd go into the Sam Ash and I'd see like which famous people had been in there and look at all the signed pictures up on the wall and everything. So it meant, even though I'm not a musician, the store always meant a lot to me. And what Sam Ash stood for always meant a lot to me, and of course still does for a lot of people. So next up, we welcome into the Hall of Heavy Metal History a round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Sammy Ash. Come right up the front. There you go.
Hi. Boy, this doesn't suck. This is cool. My ego wrote down a whole lot of stuff. I'm going to try to bypass most of it. When they first called me and they said, we'd like you to do this, I said, obviously you never heard me play guitar. And then they realized, no, that's not really what you're getting an award for. It's an award for history. And yeah, I know history. At 10 years old, Carmine Agassi did a radio show in our Hempstead store, and I was security. It was amazing. The Vanilla Fudge, Carmine, Timmy, all those boys. Like I said, I was 10. Met Billy Sheehan. We were cornered in Dennis Berardi's office, Kramer Guitars. We all know how that went. When I was 15, I was sending pallets of guitars, Japanese Fender Strat copies, to Richie Blackmore by the pallet, so he could destroy them. He liked mine best because mine broke. The other ones he was buying, he would have to bang on the stage until it kind of destroyed. I was there when Brian Setzer had to sell everything he had in my Hempstead store just so he can get over to England and get a record deal. This industry's been my life, and I can't say I love anything more. This has been my life, this has been my profession, it's my family's business. We've been doing it for 93 years. I'm also fortunate that I come from Long Island, which, okay, West Coast, you got some players, no question about it. But I got players, man. I have Joe Satriani, I have Steve Vai, I have Brian Setzer, I have Neil Giraldo, I have Elliot Easton. Before these guys were the gods that they became, my gods. They were customers and they were friends and neighbors. Because Long Island, it's not that big. You could fold us up and put it in one of your streets. But this is everything to me. Rock and roll, heavy metal, music in general, the musicians, the people. I've been doing this my whole life. I will die doing this. And the honor to be with these guys, to be on this stage. Jordan Rudess, I remember Jordan was my chord clinician. And it was like the Billy Joel moment. Dude, what are you doing here? He would come in and he would play. I said, man, no, you shouldn't be a clinician. This is the kind of musicians I grew up with. This is the kind of vibe that I have, and hopefully I'm instilling into my sons and their fourth generation of this company. So, yeah, me, ego, it's been my life. Sorry, but I was the one who got the name. But Pat, thank you so much for this honor. This is really great. Usually I'm a behind the scenes kind of guy. To get out on stage is terrific. So thank you all very much. Have a great trade show. Have a great night.